Hi everybody, it's Claire from Art Journal Love with a project for graphics arts. You can head to their website for more inspiration from other artists too. So in this project, I'm going to be working in the small 6-inch journal that I made using lots of graphics products. And I'm also going to be playing with the graphics artist tack and using the Whimsical Florals, the brand new Dura-Lar prints. I'm going to be using a matte text sheet from that pack to create this art journal page. So here's a little sneaky peek at the page that I'm going to be creating. Here's the journal that I made as well. You can find that video back on my YouTube channel a bit further back. And I'm going to be playing with this image, which is from Paper Whimsy. You can find her on Etsy. She's got lots of lovely, bold, bright images. So I've cut out this flower. I'm going to use this on my background. So to begin with, I'm going to use a piece of the artist tack and I'm going to stick this image on. So the artist tack is double-sided, so you can kind of create your own stickers using it. It's such an easy product to use. I'm going to stick my image on there and then just kind of fold that top layer back over. It just makes it a bit easier to cut out, so that you don't get as much of the transfer of the kind of sticky surface onto your scissors. And I'm just cutting out the flower. So once I've cut that flower out, I've then grabbed a tag. Now, quite often when I've got leftover paint, I will use that up on tags that I've got lying around. So I'm going to use that as my background. This is the sheet from the printed Dura-Lar, and you get 2 in each pack of each design. You get a matte one and a clear one. I'm going to use this matte one. So popping that aside, I'm just going to add a bit more stenciling onto this tag. Just to bring a bit more interest. That's a stencil from Natalie May Scrapbooking, and I'm using a lovely red. I think it's probably a Dina Wakley Ruby. I love Dina's paints. And then here you can see, peeling the backing off, I've created a sticker with that beautiful flower. I'm going to stick that straight onto my tag. And then I'm just adding a few more details, doing a bit of outlining, a bit of doodling. We all love a bit of doodling, a bit of adding details and those nice scribbly lines to kind of finish off those images. So then I'm going to grab the matte Dura-Lar printed Dura-Lar sheet. It's got that lovely script text writing on it, and I'm just cutting it to size, and I'm going to use that as an overlay over the top of my tag. I'm just cutting it to shape. And then I'm going to use some Dina Wakley Media Glue. This is brilliant glue. It sticks everything and dries clear. I'm using that to stick the sheet of matte Dura-Lar over the top of my tag, and that gives that really lovely frosted effect. I was going to work on a journal page from the journal and decided that a tag that already had a bit of background on was a great place to start. So I've grabbed a little heart stamp, and you can see I'm stamping straight onto that Dura-Lar. This is archival ink. It will take a little time to dry, but these Dura-Lar prints are so versatile. You can use anything on them, really. There's, you know, the sky's the limit. If you can do it in an art journal, you can do it on Dura-Lar, basically. So then I'm just going in with a paint pen, just adding a bit of colour to those hearts. So I'm just kind of working on the layers on this journal tag, which is then going to be, it's going to have little holes punched in. I'm going to pop it into the journal. I'm adding a little bit of ribbon through the top. I love to have lots of like little bits poking out of my art journals, whether that's ribbon on tags or tabs on pages. I think they just invite you in to have a look. So I've gone with pink for the ribbon because it kind of works with the colours that are on my page. And here I was just looking for some little elements that I could add on as well, just to bring a little focal point into the foreground. So I've grabbed a couple of Art by Marlene elements and I'm going to stick those on. I know this is almost off camera, apologies about that, and you can just about see. So I've popped the little flower down there, and then of course I'm going in with my pen, and again I'm adding a bit more doodly details. By doing this, it just kind of helps to pull that image into the foreground rather than it sort of disappearing on all the rest of the stuff that I've got going on there, but I really love this layered look. So once I've got that stuck down and doodled on, I'm then going to add this lovely figure. This is one of the luxury paper elements from Art by Marlene. I'm going to stick her on there, and then I'm going to look for some words to go onto my page. So I'm using some words from the Golden Oldies quote book from Art by Marlene. There are so many in here. It's a bit like looking through Dina's type ledger papers, you know, that you're always going to find something in there that will work perfectly with what you've created. One of the joys of these are, of course, because they're stickers, you don't need to get any more glue out, you can just stick them straight in. I've gone with pink, of course, because it kind of coordinates with the rest of my tag. I'm then going to, oh, you can see I've already done it, punched a couple of holes in so I can just slot that straight into my art journal. So there we go, some fun using the new product from Grafix. Don't forget, you can go to the Grafix website to see more fabulous projects created by lots of inspiring artists for graphics arts. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.